Hey, this is Justin Johnson, and I am here to showcase the new TranZformer LX pedal by API. And API has long been known for their amazing studio consoles. So those big consoles you see in the studios, big analog consoles with the EQs, the compressors, the preamps. Basically the magical machines that add all of the fatness to your sound and that mojo to your tone when you're in the studio. And I have been waiting a long time for a pedal like this to come out. This is, again, the TranZformer LX. It's specially designed for the bass guitar and basically any instrument that uses these quarter-inch cable that is gonna, that you're gonna want a lot of that low-end versatility on, a lot of control over the low-end frequency range. Now this is essentially, it's like plugging into one of those channel strips on an API console. You get all of that tonal control, you get that analog magic, and you get it all in a box that's big enough to fit down there by your feet on your pedal board. I put this generally in my signal chain after my other pedals if I have any other pedals on the pedal board, and this is the last thing it goes through before going into my bass amplifier or using the balanced output to go straight into the recording console or to go straight into a DI or something like that, or to the PA if you're playing live with it. So the controls on this, you have level, gain, you have a 3-band EQ, you've got compression here, and then you've got 3 buttons down at the bottom. The bypass bypasses everything. It bypasses, to where you're totally going through unaffected. If that is on, that LED is on, it means you are going through and you're no longer using the pedal anymore. So turn that on, and now it's on. The tone controls the EQ. It turns it on and off, so you can actually, if you have a special setting for one part of your bass playing or one part of your instrument playing, that's nice that you can actually turn that on and off without affecting any other part of the pedal. The compressor's the same way. It's separate so that you can control the compression on and off at will. So let me give you an idea of how this pedal sounds and how it can change the tone of your bass and really bring out the power and the authority in your tone. I'm going to turn it off and just let you hear what the bass sounds like straight through the amp. It's a nice simple bass line, nothing wrong with that tone. You turn it on. You can already hear a little bit more of that little analog mojo to it. You can turn the gain up and the level. You can adjust those. I like to adjust those at first to where they pretty much match the output of the unaffected signal. So I'll turn this on, and you can adjust the gain. I like to adjust the gain basically to bring out, there's always this special balance between the pickup in the guitar and the amp, and I feel like the gain a lot of time really brings out the meat of what you're doing in a special way. So I like to balance that based on whatever instrument amp combination I'm using. I like the way that's sounding. So let's go on to the EQ. I'm going to turn my tone button on, and that's going to enable the 3 EQ knobs. And these are at different frequency ranges that are specially designed for the bass, but also work great for other low frequency instruments like the keyboards and so on. So the low one here at 100 Hertz, to me that's really the body of the sound. That's just how bassy it sounds, so I can start that at 12 o'clock. I'm going to put these all at 12 so you can hear the difference. I'm going to turn that up. Just fatter, and I love this for slap and really punching that bass out. And again, without that tone, not quite as fat there because I'm adding that low end. Now the 400 Hertz, that mid-range button, that's going to be more of the punch, like the presence, how in your face it is. So if I'm playing something more like a jazzy bass line, something where I want the bass to be a little more flat, a little less aggressive, I can dial that back. You can see it's smooth. Start smoothing that out. Add a little more. That's a great tone for rock music. And then again for slap, it just adds that, that's something to it, you know, turn it down. You can already tell the bass is like, it's like a different bass already just with those two knobs. And then the higher knob here at the 2K range, that's really going to be, to me and to my ears, that's the articulation. How much you want to hear of your fingers on the bass or your pick on the bass. You know, a lot of times that can add a lot of character when you're actually hearing more of the strings and more of that higher frequency. So if I play a faster riff, like... and I want some more articulation, those individual fast notes just crack out. They punch out a little bit more. So we got the tone, and now let's go on to the compression. I like that tone where it is. Now to me, you know, the compression, of course, sort of squeezes the waveform a little bit depending on how much you want it. I like the simple, just 1 through 6 settings they have here on compression. You know, you can get, you know, compression pedals that have 10 knobs on them, and you really have to know what every single one does. This one is great because you can get to know what each of these sounds like, and they all interact differently depending on your gain settings too. So if you really want a subtle compression, you want something that'll add maybe a little more sustain to those areas between your notes, or if you want to really just boost it up, fatten it up, and you know, you're playing slap or something and you want to balance out the percussive nature of the playing with the actual harmonic components in the playing, that's when you can boost it up high, and I'll show you the difference between those two. So that's lower compression. I boost that all the way up. And you also get this almost infinite sustain when you really crank that compression up. Hold that note and it'll just keep going. It actually sometimes almost sounds like it gets louder the longer you hold it. So I love that. I love having the ability to do that when I want to create that kind of effect. So again, this is the API TranZformer LX pedal. It's just like plugging into one of those legendary API console strips, and you have it right here at your command, right at your pedal board. If you have any more questions about this product, contact your Sweetwater sales engineer and go get one.